All right, everybody, welcome to the Friday night Sober Elitists. This is one-of-a-kind show. Something special's going on here. This is Ability leading it off. I don't know where Sober's at. Sober, are you here?
I think I'm here somewhere. I've kind of lost myself, but yeah, I'm here.
All right, well, here's how this is going to go down. I'm at work tonight, but Esoteric had asked me if I wanted to be on the Esober Elitist show, and I said, you better believe it. Talk about my team? Of course. So here I am, at work, doing the show. Now, I would like to let
That's
everybody know that I've
dedication.
got Cosmic Fate. Yep, I got Cosmic Fate in the wings in the event that I just have to do some work-related stuff. Cosmic will fill in and answer any questions or give his opinion on the topic at hand. So, Cosmic, how you doing tonight, bro?
Go team, go Victoria's Secret Pink. Anyways, continue.
Are you old enough to even look at a Victoria's Secret catalog?
See, I had to do a write-up once, and so I had to find gifts of supermodels, and I'm just like, ah. So I'm like, I'm
Did you have to
gifty
take a
looking
break
up,
in between?
What?
Did you have to take a break in between?
No, I just dragged and dropped into a Google Drive, sent it to Ability, and called it a day.
Yeah,
But anyways.
You get some blueberry. Whoop whoop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Ability is filling in for Esso. So we switched the showtime to get around Esso's wife coming home and giving him shit for being on. And well, tonight he's doing wife duties. He has to get her ready to go on a vacation. So that is my Ability is getting the show with me tonight.
Yeah, well, I did also get confirmation from Esoteric that if allowed, he would be joining us later on in the show. So there's that. That could happen.
Yeah, he told me that too. Just like I just gave him crap about being on a party with Drift, and he's supposedly not online. Dun dun dun.
Well, that surprises me too, because I would have thought after putting it in, winning a series, that he'd be excited to be back on here. I thought we were going to have some more Bill Cosby music going off.
You know what was great is I think it was in Daly's first write-up. He spelled Crosby. I don't know if that was like a planned thing or not, but he actually did do that.
Well, not everybody in the league is very good at spelling.
Daly is a known thing though, and he loves it when he gets shit for it. So, going into tonight, since you were asked to be on the show to talk about your team, what's your thoughts? What's going on? I think you mentioned a couple minutes ago that you made some sort of trade today. Field is yours.
Yeah, so and as far as Victoria's Secret goes, man, I'm pumped up. This has been an adventure for me. I'm actually, this season, I ventured outside of my comfort zone. If you saw me on the throwdown last season, the question was posed to me if I'd ever wanted to be a captain, and I said no. I don't want to deal with the things that these guys deal with. And, truthfully, part of that is true. Now, I've had a lot of fun in this adventure of being a captain. I've got a great squad of guys. The toughest part about it, I think most captains would agree with, is when you have to trade a player. I've made a couple trades. For the most part, things have gone smooth for me. The squad that I've got, man, these guys are great. They're great to be in a party with. They're great to play with. Tom for the win. He's come out of the gates firing. He was a rookie to the league that I scouted, and he finished #1 on my rookie chart. I couldn't believe I was able to get him. I can't even remember what pick it was. It was like 37 or 40. I got him right in there. Couldn't believe that I picked him up there. His talent is above and beyond that number. So I'm, thrilled to have Tom on my team. And then, you got Cosmic Fade. This guy I pick up first round, and I think a lot of people would say that he's living up to the hype, but Cosmic, you're kind of underperforming in my eyes, bro. But we'll leave that for a second.
I suck. Go Tom. Woo woo. Anyways, continue.
Giant unbuttered waffle.
Wow.
But no, and then what ended up happening here was Bob was on my team for a minute, and I just want to make sure everybody knows this. But man, I love Bob. I got nothing but admiration for him. I played on teams with him before. My letting go of Bob was not anything to do with his play style. He was playing great for us. It was more because I wanted to pick up all the way at the time, all the way as a captain that Sober, me and you, we played for over in another league, and we won a championship. So I wanted to bring that to my team. It was more about, I guess, chemistry, and that's kind of what's guided a
God,
lot of
there's
my
that
trading this
damn
season.
word again. Ah,
Oh, I love that word.
words,
There's a lot of
words
truth
make me
behind it.
sick.
So, but yeah, no, Bob's a great player, and he's should have been on probably more people's radar than he was. But I think that he's gonna fill in. He's gonna enjoy the rest of the season, and then when things get back to normal around here, he's probably gonna end up on a great squad. So, and in hindsight, if I could go back, maybe I wouldn't have made that trade. But that happened. So, and then I get in a trade with Daly. There was there were some issues around the board with Brick City, and I wanted to help Daly alleviate that problem from his team. And at the same time, it was not a problem for me picking Brick up because I know that he already had chemistry with Cosmic. The hardest part of that trade for me was letting go of No Regretskis. This was a guy who, in my first season playing in any league, he was my captain, and had a lot of fun playing with him. Brian, he's a great guy. He's a hell of a player too. So to clarify this, I didn't want to make that trade. This wasn't a trade that I necessarily wanted to make. It was a trade that I needed to make, just for a couple reasons. The overall parity of the league, I feel, was improved by it. It gave Daly's squad, a better chance at recuperating from where they initially started the season, and that is happening. So there's that. And then that reaches the trade today. Now, before I get into this trade, I just want to say I got, another guy on my team named Odd Guy. And I think a few people may have watched Odd Guy play in a few important games last season. Now, I had a little quarrel with a lot of the chirping that was going on in regards to Odd Guy and how Daly made him look good, or how maybe Odd made Daly look good. But mainly you heard that Odd Guy was just in the shadows of Daly for an entire season. And then we got to hear about, how I can't believe you let Odd Guy fall to me. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. So I refused to let Odd Guy fall to Daly. And boy, I couldn't be more happy that I picked him up. Odd Guy has been the stable, the rock for our defense on my team, and he's playing it great. Not just that, but Odd Guy brings a lot more to the table than just the way he's playing on the ice. This guy does a little bit of scouting on his own. He likes to fill the El Capitano in with the information. And the rest of the squad gets a little bit of inside information as to our next upcoming opponents. So Odd Guy plays multiple roles for the team, all which are positive. I couldn't be more proud of the guy. He's doing great. So my trade today. This trade.
No, hold on. Is this like breaking news? Has players been informed? Has that whole situation gone down?
Yeah. Players have been informed. I don't know if the league's been informed, but the players were informed. This was another trade that I didn't want to make, per se, but I needed to make. I can't get into a whole bunch of the logistics that really, I wrapped my brain around for a minute. But I did end up trading Amazing Viper to Daly's Rejects in exchange for OP Jelly. Now, I could easily sum this up by just saying OP Jelly was on my team last year with me and Cosmic. So there's automatically, oh, you're going to love it, hashtag Chem.
Yeah.
We already had that going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, props to Dom Silver for coming up with the hashtag Chem, because it's a real thing. And like I said, it has guided almost all of my trading decisions this season. But this trade, too, it wasn't one that I wanted to make. I have nothing but love and admiration for Viper. He's a friend of mine, and he's a great player. And truth be told, he's had to deal with a lot. A lot of chirping has gone in Viper's ear, and he has improved every step of the way. So this wasn't a trade that I necessarily wanted to make. There were just a lot of little details in the background of everything that kind of caused and swayed my decision making in it. So it's not one I'm going to walk away from and say that I was 100% particularly proud in, but in the same regards, to not disrespect OP Jelly, OP Jelly's a great player, and I'm happy to get him on my squad. I think that we're going to benefit a little bit on the offensive side of the puck having him there. There's a little bit of already made chemistry between the players. So, but I wish the best for Viper. Just know that I love you, bro. If you're listening, just know that I love you. Don't hate on me.
Now, what's I guess I would ask what caused you to make that trade, but you just broke it down. Is there like a position? Was there a position of need? Because didn't you guys do fairly well? I mean, Viper was just player of the week, I think, just last week.
Yeah, and like I said, the Viper has been improving every step of the way. That really wasn't it. Part of the reason I went ahead and made this trade was because I was trying to think long term, and just based off all the information that I have compiled, I will go a step further and say that a lot of words were exchanged amongst myself and one or two players, and some of this was a factor in why it happened, but truthfully, not so much. There was the one specific conversation that me and Viper had, and I just felt it was time to pull the trigger on the trade. It wasn't something that I wanted to do prior to today. It was just the way that everything's unfolded. So,
Gotcha.
my heart's kind of broken in it because I didn't want to trade the guy. I love Viper. Like, it's still
I'm
breaking my
dropping a
heart to even
tear right
talk about
now.
it. So, yeah.
Well, the Viper, now he's definitely gonna get his playing time, and who knows? He might get picked up off of Daly's rejects.
Yeah, that
Um,
wouldn't surprise me.
so is what's your line gonna be now that the trade's done?
Well, the way that the team is structured and the way we've been practicing, I am going to say that Cosmic, I'm going to try and keep over there on the left wing. Tom's not moving anywhere. He's solidified at center. Um, Brick City's on left D, Odd Guy's on right D. And then I have Figo, who's a part-time player, can only play one series a week. He's going to be sharing the right side of the ice with OP Jelly.
Gotcha. That's what I would have done, but thought I'd ask. And then you said that you were worried. Well, I shouldn't say worried. I don't know the correct way of saying it, but being a captain, and I'll tell you firsthand from being a captain, trading gets fucking addictive. Like once you make, it's kind of like getting a tattoo. It's like once you get one, you gotta do another one. Whether you need to or not, you just do it. It's just a thing. Bored one day, fuck, let's see what's out there. But
Yeah, I can say that I could see how that could play into some captain's mentality with it, but I will assure you that none of my trades have anything to do with that. They have all been with purpose, um,
well,
and
yeah, you're
perhaps
Mr.
maybe
Fucking
in
Tryhard.
hindsight you might regret one. Oh man,
I
I
think
can
your
try
trading
hard with the
level just
best of
went
them.
to 75% right there. Like shit. So Fade, what do you think about your boy
I see,
Jelly?
I see what you did there.
Right? I think.
What happened?
Oh,
Wasn't
alarm clock go off.
I'm here. Don't worry. No, I was listening. I just kind of like sat there for a minute.
I was just asking, what do you think about
So,
having Jelly coming?
ah, oh man, Jelly knows that every time I play with him, like I'm fine with playing with him. It's just every time it's not that I make fun of him. It's just really funny when we play together. Like if you're in the same party, like I'll let Jelly know everything that he does wrong, and then when Jelly flips out on me, it is the funniest thing you'll ever hear. So yeah, that should be fun. He's all, but him playing right wing and me playing left wing. Hopefully, there's not as much chirpage going on. But hey, go team,
Go team, go.
go team, go. Um, Go Victoria's Secret Pink. Love you, Viper. Bye. I'm going to get in the corner again. See you later.
Oh man. um, let's see here. What else can I ask you guys about your squad? Who do you play this week? Come on up.
I think the next series that we have is on Wednesday against the diddling danglers.
Mm, Diddles. So then you got the diddling danglers, and who's your second series? I know I'm busting your balls because you're at work, so you probably don't know offhand. But
Bye week. So we have diddling
oh, it's
danglers
bye
and
week.
nobody else.
There we go. There we go. And that bye week threw me off because we had it our first week when I was on Daly's team. It was weird. Our first game was like at the end of the week. Um, but yeah, let's see here. Who? And I know this has already been probably fucking covered pretty well on the throwdown, but this go into a topic of um, who like rookie guys. Has there been anybody that's like just caught your guys' eye going, holy shit? I mean, obviously you're probably gonna bring up Tom on your team. Um,
Is like already the rookie of the year. So like I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Well, that was easy. Hey, why don't you talk about your
Yeah.
hour and a half
I,
rendering of your fucking instruction video for Holly?
oh my god. Alright, so we're in Thursday Throwdown and then I saw like a little chat message in like the YouTube thing in the live stream. It's like Hollywood saying like, hey, you wanna make a tutorial video? Or can anyone make a tutorial video? I'm like, hey, I can do that. He's like, yeah. Can you do it in a Dare Cortez hype voice? I'm like, no, I can't do that, but I'll make the video anyway. So I'm like, all right. So I did it, and I did it the first time, and the whole thing like while it was rendering, and my computer is not really made for video editing. So like every time I do it, it takes like at least an hour and a half, and like an hour through, it's at like 65%, and then it's just like error, 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 and then it just doesn't work, and then the whole video just gets deleted. I'm like, all right, sick. So I do it again later today, and I try, and so Jelly gets traded to the team, right? And I hear my G chat going off left and right, and it's just like all over the place. And I try and check my Google Chrome, and it just won't open. And then so I check like the task manager, which shows like how much your computer is being used. 98% of my computer was being used to export that video. So that video better be like top quality, and everyone better use it because like, ah, I responded though. I got to it. It just finished.
Well, big
Everybody's
kudos
probably
to
like,
you for
son of a
putting that
bitch.
video together.
I haven't even watched it yet. It's probably messed up at the end, and then I like have to edit it again and then like render it for another hour and a half. But that
Since
should be fun.
Cortez was
But
since Cortez was brought up for that video, maybe what you should have done was like do like a little cutout of like after the first one, like do it a way that it would be a totally fucked up picture, and then act like you're all pissed off and slam your hand down on your table or some shit, and then cut into doing it right. just having a Cortez shutout like every like
like
5 minutes of somebody breaking the table or some shit.
in the beginning, it's just like the little like question voice. Do you get frustrated over making your hut card, and then it's just me
Yeah,
slamming my hand against the table?
that would have been great. That would have been good stuff.
No need to fear. Cosmic Fate is here. How's it going, guys?
Fuck.
Here's the tutorial. That'd be interesting, but I'm not doing it again. So
So the other there's I want to revert back to talk about your team again. Brick has been a left wing. He's played center. He's played right wing. He's played D. And it seems like the two teams that he's been on so far is brought him back to playing D. Do you think he's a stronger D man than he is a forward?
Oh
ability
man.
here. Do I have to answer this question?
Oh yeah. No,
It's sick.
I'll take it,
Going
man.
back to my cornerback.
No, I think that truthfully, that was my arrangement with Brick when I traded him. We talked about it, and he played a couple. I don't even know if he played a series. He may have played one series at right wing, but ultimately, I needed to cover up that left D position because Odd Guy's fantastic on right D, but he can't play both at the same time. So by moving Brick back to left D, that opens up one position on the ice where I have flexibility, and that's my right wing. Now, I picked up Figo as a part-timer. So when Figo's able to play, he's going to play, and man, when he's on the ice, you better just watch out because the squad is full force, and that's no joke. But you know, oh, I don't know. He plays both positions really well, but I can't stick him at center. If you ask Brick, and he'll answer you the same way. Tom is perfect at center. This guy, there's not one game I think where he has actually been beat on the faceoffs. He's won, I believe, every one he's played in the league so far,
And
or at least
that's
tied.
huge. That's
Um,
huge.
but not just that, he is a great two-way center. He is in position. Yeah, he's probably saved quite a few goals. Cause let's face it, okay, my team's great. I'm a traffic cone, so he's probably stopped a lot of goals from going in.
Being a traffic
But
cone as a goalie is not a good thing.
yeah, well, I mean, sometimes it pays off because I'm such a cone. I don't even move, and then people just shoot it right at me. So sometimes it pays off, but I'm working on that. Okay, I'm working on that, fellas.
God, and then the one thing I'm gonna say is it's really hard to do a show after the throwdown because 90% of the time the throwdown covers so much goddamn shit that you get on Friday and you're like, I don't want to fucking spew the same old bullshit, blah blah blah, talk about Woolen, free Woolen, all that bullshit. The guy's a quitter. He quit. Blah blah blah. Um, anything that you want to bring up? Since you're tonight
Uh,
my co-host.
Man, I'm kind of curious to reverse this a little bit and get your take on how things are going with your new squad after the trade.
Let's see here. Um, First night we played against Daily Squad. Um, you can definitely tell who's played together and who hasn't. Because all of a sudden officially his team is now the king of practice. They practice pretty much every other night, I would assume. And my team, that was our first games together that night. So the first night was rough. It was rough all the way around. And then Dom went and made another trade. He traded Yambag and Krim and brought in Kayla. Obviously, hashtag Chem. I have to say it. I hate it, but brought her in and brought in Biko. Our biggest issue, I would have said before that trade, was we had a lack of a center. We didn't have somebody that could win draws. Besides doing the tie up, and I mean tying up in the offensive zone, defensive zone, doesn't freaking matter. That was the only one consistently that whoever was playing center, whether it was Dom or Krim, could win. So, in my eyes, that stepped our team up. Then we played against Chu's team without Chu, and the first game we lost 4-1. But it seemed like we were in it, a lot more competitive. The party was a lot more calming. And then the next game we forced OT. Once again, I thought we played really, really well. Just a couple bad things happened. And the last game, we also lost, but it was another one goal game. And you could just see it. It seemed like everything was starting to click. And we were using Super Waiver Mike on left wing. Man, that guy's a hitter. He had 19 hits in 2 games. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
But,
he can yam bag it up out there.
yeah, and the biggest thing that I was trying to say without being overly rude about it is hitting in this game. Yes, is fun. Yes, it's great. A lot of times it tends to take you out of the play, and this is coming from a guy that led the league in hits before. This game is different. You could be baited into a lot of penalties by hitting. Hence, the second game, Mike had 8 hits and he took 2 penalties, both for hitting. Well, that puts your team at a disadvantage. Just so the hits are good, but if you're taking penalties when you're getting the hits, it's not worth the carryover.
Yeah, definitely not. The penalties definitely are not worth the hits,
Yep, yep.
or
And
vice
like I
versa.
said too, sometimes you can lay the guy out, you can injure the guy, and he falls on the puck, and somehow he still gets up and has the puck, and you're standing there going, why can't I grab it? So a lot of the times for me, stick positioning, body positioning is better. Don't sell out for a hit. I mean, I still forecheck like a motherfucker, but I try to be smart about it, you know. But I think
Yeah,
it'll be,
you know,
who knows? Shit, who knows?
I had asked Kayla prior to the draft. I was like, would you be okay if I drafted you on my team?
Mm,
And the now I didn't get a direct reply initially, but I heard through the grapevine that she was concerned that by me drafting her, I'd give up a lot of offensive potential. So I think maybe she was onto something because I didn't end up taking her. I wanted to, but I didn't. And then I ended up getting a lot of great offensive weapons, which have no Regreski's. That guy, I can't say enough good words about him. He's going to have a fantastic season here too. The fact that he's on Daly's squad now and they're turning it around. It's scary. I've gotten to see those guys play. They've done a complete like 180 here, and I don't know exactly how it happened so quickly. Um, but these guys seem to have a bunch of chem right from the get-go. So this is going to be an interesting second half of the season for a lot of teams. There's going to be a lot of eye-opening moments, and I think some of the teams that are trying to rebound and correct their seasons are going to, and a couple of them are not. Um,
mm.
so we're going to see a couple teams plunge straight down to the bottom. I feel. Well, some of them that are at the bottom are going to be working their way up. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, and if I'm pulling up the standings really quick here, but just looking at it, there isn't, you got the HUD heroes, and basically the top four are really set, and then the bottom there isn't like a huge change in the standings. There isn't like an abrupt, 7-win team to one, but you're talking fifth, sixth place down to the 13th place. So you don't have the drop off of like say 12 really good teams and one really shit team. You have like two groupings. There's like a grouping of really good teams, and then there's a grouping of teams that are figuring it out. Obviously struggling in some form of fashion. Obviously my team's one of those. Fucking chem. Damn
Hmm. I don't know
it.
until
we
these
got
are
to we got to get the. Oh, I thought my mic was unmuted and it wasn't. But we got to get the Peninsula Pirates to catch up and get some games played over here. They're only 9 games in, man, and
Yeah, whose team is that
they're
again?
gonna they're
That's
gonna move straight up the board. D-Marts.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, didn't he reschedule a bunch? Because wasn't he out of town for like the first week and a half or something like that?
Yeah, I think that played into why they're a little bit behind on the total games completed.
Yeah, I mean, shit. There's a bunch of teams already having 18 games played. Oh,
Yeah, my
yeah.
team's one of them.
So ability, do you think it helped you being a captain, being a goalie, or do you think it hurt you?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, if I wasn't going to have played goal, I would have probably with my 13th pick, I would have taken B Crips. That's not even a secret. That's what I would have done. But I couldn't get myself to do it. In hindsight, no, honestly, it was the best call for my squad because I ended up being able to get great offensive players. You know, that and then I mean also not having to wait in a later round to pick it up, I was able to get Odd Guy, and man, I'm telling you, Odd Guy doesn't get enough credit. Maybe he gets too much credit. I don't know. It's one side or the other. Daily props him up. I prop him up. Everybody else has split opinions, but I can tell you that Odd Guy is a fantastic defenseman. There's not any day of the week on any season we play in this league that I would not want him on my team. He's um, he's one of my good luck charms, as I refer to it. Now, last season, Daly had the good luck charm. This season, I've got the good luck charm. Plus, let's not forget about Little Odd. his son who sits on his lap while he's playing half these league games, there's a certain element of luck that that little guy brings to the controller of Big Odd Guy. So it's I got a good squad and I got a good bunch of guys. If only I could make Brick City a little bit softer, not so
Mhm.
hard, then we could truly have the greatest allegiance of angels to have ever skated on the ice.
Oh Jesus, Angels. Ah man. Yeah, you got to keep that hush with Fade. The youngin.
Well, when I do write-ups, I like to get the good pictures so that way if he's reading the write-up, it's entertaining, it's educational for him.
He just likes the article.
Christ. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, yeah. So once again, it's been kind of a up and down season for me. Being traded off Daly's team. I was really happy being on his team. But I know why he made the trade. I know why that sort of thing happened. I mean, God forbid, I was playing like shit on his squad. To be honest, I played like shit the whole time I was on his squad. I played like shit. Um,
Too much destiny. Mm-mm-mm.
hey, that game is addictive, but I'm starting to get back in my drinking mindset, so I'm gonna wind up starting to play hockey a lot more again. Because God damn it, Destiny is a really hard game when you're fucked up. That shit gets
I'm
fucking mad
100%
confusing.
convinced, to be honest with you, that your playing Destiny was the only real reason. I mean, the lack of scouting and playing Destiny, that was the real reason why you went 60th? That's absurd. There's no
Well,
way you'd go from being drafted third overall to 60th. No way.
and ability to be honest too was a lot of the games that I played on 18. I think I said this on one of the other shows too. Um, I played a lot of D and a lot of goalie. Like it was pretty much if I got invited to play a late night game or some shit, I go in and they'd be like, do we have a goalie?" And I'm like, "Well, I'll play goalie, whatever." Fucking. I think I even played goalie for you a couple of times so you could play out. Like I didn't give a shit. I stopped playing forward for quite a while. Not necessarily by choice, but by need of filling out a sixth squad or some shit like that. But I have to say, goalie is fun. It's fucking frustrating as hell, but it's fun. I like it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fun. Mm-hmm. Sure. I
I
like when
mean,
people say that.
just ask 37 our series against the Slayers. I think pretty much almost all their goals, besides like Joe had a really nice walk in from the corner, um, were pretty much right around hash mark one timers, like straight in the middle one timers. Um,
Oh, speaking of one-timers, let's speak of the lack of one-timers, and I'm gonna direct this over to Cosmic Fade, the underperformer in season.
Oh
Hey,
my god.
Cosmic, Cosmic,
here we go.
what do
What's
you
up, dude?
think the real number one overall reason why your captain?
Did he cut out for everybody?
What? He cut out for me too. I don't know how.
Yep, yep. For the lack of.
Yeah.
Okay, for the lack of me not touching my controller and it shutting off, the lack of the underperforming. I just want to know what you think the number one overall reason is as to why your captain feels you've underperformed this season.
I don't know.
Come on, coach. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Um,
I'm 10 years old, but I'll beat your ass.
God damn it, Bobby.
I
Okay, well,
use
answer
like
me this.
the I use
Okay,
like
no,
the
go ahead.
basic like hockey player answer to like every single question that comes up like this. Give me a second. Oh, I'm just not putting the puck in the back of the net. Coach is giving me less minutes on the ice, and I really want to work hard to get my spot back. And I'm just gonna work hard to get in front of the net and get the grindy goal. The goal is a goal. Good
And
talk.
maybe,
Gotta
Okay,
go
maybe,
back.
all right, yeah, good talk.
maybe one or two of those was bring me into a better fucking season. Nah.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna let you two run it for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You can't do it. They're underage.
Oh man.
Oh.
Duty calls.
Man.
Oh, shit. So, what do you want to talk about,
Well,
Fade?
here, hold on. Wait.
Wow.
Well, while we're in this little moment of silence here, I need Cosmic to answer me this question. What are we going to do moving forward for the rest of the season to increase productivity?
Drink less Mountain Dew.
Just like Coach said, I'm just gonna, get to the front of the net and put the puck in the back of the net, and dish the puck to my teammates. Coach has been working hard to put new line mates with me, and you know, I'm just gonna give them the one timers, score the goals. A win's a win. I only do it for the team.
God. The first time Jelly clangs one off the fucking post, you're gonna break your hand on your desk. Oh, wait, wrong
All
guy.
right,
Shit.
you wanna
Fuck.
You wanna hear a fun story about Jelly? So we're in a playoff
Okay,
game,
okay,
right?
hold
And the
on, Fade.
scores.
Fade, hold on. You cannot top, the Chia Pet conversation. So you have to work really hard, and you have to top the Chia Pet.
See, problem. I had never heard of the Chia Pet conversation.
Oh, see,
So
you gotta listen to our shows. I mean, what the fuck? How do you come on the show and never listen to it?
I listened to it. I guess I haven't listened to that one. I don't know what to tell you.
You must have just hit fast forward, and what the fuck?
Well, I
I
can tell you
don't
that
know.
Clancy basically proclaimed that Ozzy, his career, was grooming Chia Pets. That's the gist of the story.
Yep,
Grooming Chia Pets.
yep. They placed an order saying, "Oh, I want a Chia Pet that looks like Elvis or some shit." And they'll fucking trim that some bitch up and send it out, and here's your Elvis fucking Chia Pet.
Okay. Um,
And
how
you
am I gonna
can't tell
top
me
that?
you're not smiling right now.
I'm just confused, to be honest. But
Yeah, so you gotta top the Chia
you want to
Pet.
hear a fun story? So I
Yeah.
heard so I'm looking at the chat right now, and I see Odd Guy, and he says, "Don't shoot at your own net." And fun fact, we're playing the Peninsula Pirates this week, and there's like zero point 0.5 seconds left on the clock with like in the third game, and we're up by like 2, so it doesn't really matter. And so what I wanted to do, I just put it between my legs and just shoot it for no reason. And little do you know, with zero point 0.5 seconds left, I shoot it between my legs from the blue line into my own net. So that happened. I literally
Wait.
left the party for like 45 minutes, and we're all trying to get him. We're like me, everyone in the party is just dying laughing, and Ability is just having a little emo fest. And he comes back into the party, he's just like, and then you just hear like something in the background, just like Cosmic Fade is on the trade block send, and then ever, oh, it was a fun time. I didn't record it for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing, but you have to look. If you look at his like recap of the series against the Peninsula Pirates, he even put it in there. That's how mad he was.
Oh, son
And
of
the
a bitch.
excuse was like, it's like these that's gonna go against my goals against average, and that's gonna be on my record for the rest of my career. And it was an own goal thanks to you. Like, all right, cool, go team. So that was fun.
All right, so
Okay, hold on,
so, oh Jesus.
hold on. You don't get away with telling that story like that. Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
here's the deal. Okay, first off, we weren't playing the Peninsula Pirates. We were playing Pale's team. It's a trap. And we already had the series locked up. It was a done deal. We're entering the final minute of the game. The score is 5-3.
Sounds like
Or
a
no,
trap.
what was it? It was less than that. What was it? It was less than that. Anyhow, irrelevant. First thing that happens is Brick says to Viper, "Hey, Viper, switch me from left wing. Come back here and play lefty. I'm gonna move up to your position." So Viper's like, "Okay." Well, it was the last minute of the game. So Viper's like, "You know what? This should be funny." He comes over by me in the goal while everybody else is down playing offense with the puck. He comes down by me and he lays down on the ice right next to me. Well, what ends up happening is a breakaway, and Viper doesn't see it. He doesn't get up to react to it. I try to make the save. I whiff on it. Goal goes in. Boom. So, yeah, we were up by 3, whatever the score was. So now we're up by 2, okay? And then no more than maybe 15 seconds later on the next play, Cosmic's over there on the right boards, the goalie's right side, and he's skating towards me over our blue line with the puck between his legs, while I am in net, but I have hit the select button and I am looking down at the offensive end of the ice, thinking that we're about to go, play some offense.
Well, yeah, why
And I
not?
hear click, dink, and and then everybody's arms go up, and I'm
Huh.
like, wait a minute, what just happened? And then I immediately left the party because there was a lot of laughing going on, and I wasn't feeling it. And I definitely did allow or alert the squad that Cosmic Fate was on the trading block. Although I should let the rest of the league know and the rest of the captains know that Cosmic Fate is not on the trading block.
Hmm. I disagree with skating towards you because it was at like the blue line, but you know,
You were
I
absolutely
was
Oxnard
skating
inside
was
the
towards
skating
ring.
me.
pretty well.
I was
He's talking
definitely
about
not at the blue line, or I was definitely not anywhere close to you.
Okay,
That was like a
so I have
beach.
which blue line? The other blue line?
No, it was the
no, it was
defensive
our
blue
blue line.
line,
Hmm.
and I threw like a between the legs, like volleyball serve over the net, beach ball, just right into the net, and it
You
just goes in
gadzuked it from the
easy.
blue line?
No, I put it between my legs, like the hold LB and click on the right stick and just shoot it. That goes into my own net. Fun times. I didn't even record it. I don't know why I didn't, but I'm just upset Ability didn't put it in the video.
So
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the
So here's the deal. Ability save percentage ultimately scarred because Viper lays on the ice and they get a breakaway. Odd guy's sleeping or something. They score on me, and then Cosmic, the wonderful, glorious Fade, just puts it between his legs and then shoots it right over my shoulder while I'm looking down the opposite end of the ice. Beautiful. On my
he puts
stats for the rest of my career.
pucks in net. It just doesn't matter which net it is. It just happens. I mean, that's like
What I like to do.
on on 37 when we were still on Daly's team. He had like a perfect backhand wrap. Too bad it was on our own goalie. That actually happened. Like his guy picked up the puck behind the net and he went like perfect fucking wrap animation on our own goalie.
Hey,
Interesting.
Cosmic, let's be truthful here, though, okay? The real reason I left the party wasn't just because that had happened, okay? It was because as soon as you made the goal on me from 50 feet out, while I was looking down the opposite end of the ice, you sent me a G chat with a goalie and a beach ball going past him, okay? That's the
I
reason.
did.
That's the reason I
I
left
can't
the chat.
confirm. I
Oh
can't
god.
confirm that.
You know,
I have
And then
one
have the
less
so
great
audacity
Steve
to
is
every
tell me it
bad.
wasn't intentional.
for every weak goal that ability allows in like the eyes of the team, I send a G chat of a goalie letting a beach ball in the net. And
Mm.
I have, I'll give you the official number right now of how many I have.
Oh,
Uh,
boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
the official
I didn't know there
number
was an
on my
official number.
computer is I have 37 beach ball gifts and pictures.
Jesus
Like every
Christ.
goal,
Oh.
every goal he gets a fucking beach ball.
Yeah, it's a different one every time too. That's the funny thing. So
Nice.
some of them are gifts, some of them are pictures. I like to switch it up a little bit.
Oh,
But
remember that thing I was just saying? Oh,
I
no,
do
go ahead.
have 7 pictures of big saves, like goalies making like a cross crease, glove saves, behind the back, stick saves. I haven't got to use that yet.
You're such a dick. Okay, so that shit I said a minute ago about Cosmic not being on the trading block, yeah, forget that. Definitely on the trading block.
All right. So in the Twitch little feed here, there is another rule one that we're supposed to talk about. Although I don't think the person actually got rule one. The story with Wiz, Wiz Khalifa, whatever his name is. I think I said that right.
Yeah.
Um, so there was some chatter going in the media thread earlier today about it, and I don't know what are you guys' take on it? If say ability you go to Fade and Fade has had internet connection fucking issues, just totally been AIDS, kind of like Tomahawk was the other was it 2 seasons ago or last season, whenever the fuck it was. Um, and you went to Fade and say, hey man, I got to rule one you because your connection's shit. Um, even though it sounds like Wiz went to DJ and said, hey, my connection's bad. I don't want to play anymore. Um, then DJ proceeded to tell him that he was going to have to rule one him so he could pick somebody up, yada, yada, yada. Wiz says, that's fine, go ahead. Well, rule one means you can't play next season also, unless you're, grandfathered in somehow. What would you guys say to that? Like, Fade, how would you react if ability said,
Yes.
that sort of thing?
Um, well, I don't know about rule one. Isn't there like you get dropped from a team and then you kind of just sit there for like waivers and stuff?
Yeah,
I think that's a better
I think
option,
that's what
but
happened. I think that's what happened.
uh,
But DJ's point on it was, well, he told him what a rule one meant, and dude didn't care. So he's like, well, fuck it. If he doesn't care to get rule one, then he obviously doesn't care about being here. So fuck him. That sort of thing. Is that how you take that response, or would you do the, well, he hasn't been a fucking cockbag all season. His connection sucks. It sucks.
from knowing Wiz, I don't think he'd be the type of person to Well, I don't really know Wiz. I've just been in a party with him a couple times and talked to him. I don't think he'd be the type of person who would like ask to get rule one because his team sucks and he doesn't like the league. I think he likes the league. It's just maybe he just didn't want to do it again next season because of his connection, so he might as well just be banned for next season or whatever. I don't know how rule one really works, but it's just getting kicked from the league.
Well, I'll give you my 411 on this. I got a couple different takes on it, okay? The one argument is that perhaps maybe Wiz didn't fully understand the Rule 1, and then I've heard that after it was explained to him, he still said, okay, well, that's fine. And that could have just been a generic response. Sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment or something's going on, you're busy, you just throw out the first random reply that pops in your brain. It happens. As far as him going to the captain and saying, hey, my connection shit just rule one me, that's unacceptable. Because here's the deal. Your connection was shit this whole time. It didn't just all of a sudden become shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to the captain to choose whether or not he wants to get rid of you for that reason. If he wants to drop you, he wants to trade you. It's not up to you to decide whether or not your connection is so shit that you're no longer capable of playing. He's capable of playing, he just has a shit connection. So it's up to the captain whether or not he wants to utilize the player or not. So that part of it I have a little bit of a dilemma with. But um, Rule 1 is a strong thing. Now, if he legitimately just doesn't really give a shit about the league and doesn't want to play in it, has no ambition to play next season, he's over it, then okay, fine. A Rule 1, it's not going to matter. You can Rule 1 him, you could drop him at that point, he's not coming back. It is what it is. I don't necessarily think that a Rule 1 should be implemented in this scenario, and it's mainly because I think that the way everything went down, there could have been slight miscommunication, and even if there wasn't a miscommunication, I don't really feel like this sort of scenario defines a Rule 1 unless he refuses to play. Now, if he goes and says, hey man, you should just Rule 1 me because my connection's shit, and he says, well look, I don't have to Rule 1 you, we can work around it, we can do something, you can still play, your connection's just shit. So I don't necessarily think a Rule 1 needs to be the course of action in this specific scenario, but I mean, ultimately, it's up to Wiz. Wiz, do you want to play or do you not want to play? That's what this really boils down to. If
Well,
you're going to him and you're using your connection as an excuse to get out of the league, well, then okay, good riddance to you. You know what I mean?
well, and that was the thing that was kind of tossed around in the media thread, and obviously you both probably know that. Um, DJ did say like he hasn't been able to complete. I think he said 2 games all season without dropping. Now, for me being a captain, having to deal with that fucking restart and all that fucking bullshit stats, I don't know what stats are like now since the new scoreboard with reboots. But having to go through all that shit over and over and over every single game, I'd be one pissed, and I'd try my ass off to find some other person to use, um, to stop that from happening. And then if that was me happening as a player, I would honestly, and this is truth be honest, I would go to my captain and say, hey man, I can't complete a game. My connection is just terrible. Do whatever you have to do. You know, if that's dropping me, that's dropping me. If whatever, because I wouldn't want to put everybody through that shit. You have 12 guys waiting to play, and if one guy's connection is fucking just shit, and you have to restart games because of that every single time, well, to me, you gotta do something. You know what I mean? Good talk.
Uh, yeah. I don't know if ability's here or not, so I just kind of stepped
Yeah,
in.
no, I'm here. I just, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's tough to say, but ultimately, I feel like it's the captain's decision. That's kind of what I stand behind. No player needs to go to the captain and try and work their way out of something. You go to the captain, you give the captain your opinion, your idea, whatever, and it's his decision. That's what you signed
Yeah,
up for.
yeah,
It's plain and simple. So it's cut and dry. It's whether or not Wiz wants to play. That's the question.
yeah. And like I said, that's my only disagreement on the whole thing is because if I was said player and knowing how bad my connection is, I know maybe the captain doesn't want to say anything because he's a nice guy. Maybe he doesn't want to tell me, well, fuck, I can't use you because your connection is shit. So the way you approach it, I guess, would be the best way to say it. You'd have to approach it a certain way to make it so it's not you saying I want to get out of playing. It's just the fact that I could play 15 minutes and we got to restart the game, that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and to go back on something you mentioned earlier, Sober, just in case there was, I said my piece with it. I wrote a little thing about the whole Wolin thing, and I know this has been, kind of beating the bush a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
man, and it was said in the post. Oh well, I'm sick of that excuse. It's just Legion. Well, it really is just Legion. Okay, we've all
Mm-hmm.
grown to know this guy, accept this guy, and Legion's a cool dude, but you got to get to know him. You can't sit here and just read a few comments that he makes because some of his comments are way off the wall.
Yep.
But I had the same response to Legion when I first met him. I went to somebody in the league and I questioned it and I was like, why do you guys tolerate this? What's the deal? And it was explained to me why it's tolerated and why it's accepted and overall why it's funny. And it is kind of funny. And I think that almost every league kind of needs a Legion because the dude, as off the wall as some of his stuff may be, he's legitimate humor. And I don't think everything that comes off of his fingers on the chat. I don't think it's all legit. I don't think it's all 100% the way he feels. And perhaps maybe I'm covering for him right now because maybe it is all legit. But regardless of that, man, we all have friends in this league, and we all say stupid shit. We all do it. Now, some people say worse stuff than others, but the fact of the matter is, we all have friends, and we're all friends here. We're all one big community. We're not going around hating on anybody. We're definitely not going around hating on anybody for a specific reason, okay? And that
Mm-hmm.
includes Legion. He's never, so I don't know, man. But Free Wolin, oh man, Free Wolin on these nuts, okay?
Jesus Christ. No, hold
that
on.
that should have been good
Ability's
for a
been
mic
making
drop
these
right there.
nuts jokes all the time ever since Brick joined the team. He's been trying to throw these nuts jokes like every 2 seconds because that's what
Yeah.
Brick and Figo both like to do that. And
Where's
Ability's
the
trying really hard, and some of them just
where's the
don't work.
sound bar? Oh, and the other thing I was gonna say, and I think I had also said this on one of our last shows, was okay if what Legion said really drove that shit, that wonkers, that fucking, oh my god, we're all gonna leave the league because this guy talked about fucking some random shit from his day at work, like um being a party with Figo. I mean, you want racist shit? Be in a party with fucking Figo. Uh, we Esso had a freaking N bomb counter on him. God, I can't remember what it was for, but he was up to 27 before Figo muted his mic.
And man, that was part of the reason why I felt that I needed to mention it. And it was mainly just to let these guys that have concerns like this, I wanted to let them know that I too had the same concern. But at the end of the day, I was able to overcome it through conversation and getting to really interact with Legion. So it just wasn't a big deal, and it got blown up to be a big deal, and it's unfortunate because I heard some of these players say some things about the entire league or the integrity of the league in general, and
Yeah.
boy, that's just not the way that this is going to go down. Not on my watch, because we got a lot of great guys here, and Legion's one of those great guys, whether you're able to see it or not. So that's my defense for him. I'm done blowing Legion. He's a good guy. Just quit hating on him and quit being such softies about everything. Okay, we live in a hard knock world, and if you're going to survive till the end of your days, man, and you want to be far from now, you got to toughen up,
The one
Buttercup.
comment, the other comment that got me on it though was how it, like they were talking about Legion being like ambassador for the league and shit. Uh yeah, that's not a thing. Like he's not an ambassador of the league. He's in the league. Everybody has the same fucking say pretty much in the league. Like it's not Legion isn't like a fucking poster child for 239. He isn't. It is not. He's not that high up in the totem pole where he's some god to the fucking 239 where that's why he gets away with everything. Or you know I'm not worried about one person coming in and seeing a comment by Legion and going, oh fuck this place, and leave. You know what I mean? Because he tends to do it. Typical work hours is when he tends to say his uh his work stuff. Really, I mean, shit.
Yeah, but rightfully so, man. And when he wants to say something, he's entitled to say whatever comes to his mind. Just
Yep. And their win abilities, Mike again.
My abilities mic just cut out again. What are you doing?
Oh Jesus. So what do you
Rebecca
got
was
going
just
on
saying,
tonight?
yeah,
Oh,
right
hey,
next to you.
how's it
Oh,
going?
hey, I made it back. Man, my controller keeps dying on me. That's a bummer.
Uh,
So what's the weirdest flavor vape that you sold today?
The weirdest flavor? Oh,
Yep.
jeez. Um, man, we have. It's not really a weird flavor, but it's called Milky Dingles.
What? And is the
Yeah, it's
dude
called
ask for
Milky
that shit too?
Dingles. Yeah,
Can
it's
you, can
strawberry
you give me
cheesecake,
some?
but we named it Milky Dingles just so people would have to ask
that
for it.
sounds like a Desired Customs team name.
And have you
Yeah.
and have you ever had
Bum
somebody
bum bum.
walk in and ask you to mix flavors for it?
Yes, but that's not allowed in my state, so we don't do that anymore.
Word. So what you said you get done at midnight? Are you coming on playing some puck afterwards or what?
Yes, that is actually my routine because to wind down from the workday, I go home, I crack on that Xbox for a little bit. I try and get the 411 on what's going on in all the inside parties, except for the esoteric and Matt Daly parties because they're usually on lockdown. Man, if you're gonna invite me on the Esober show where I can save my mind, oh boy, there it is.
Well,
So
isn't it great when
I see
he's
you
not even
guys.
here?
Yeah, I know. And the guy
Like
invites me
you're
on the
on his
show and then doesn't show up.
yeah, you're on his show. I mean, you could totally dog him right now. I won't stop you. Just go ahead. Let her buck.
No, I got nothing bad to say about Esso, and plus his team's winning now. So man, you don't want to start rivalries, especially with any team that's got that devil on it. Hashtag Matt Daly.
Oh no, you start those. You start those hashtag Thundercast, hashtag Jello time.
I saw what his team did last season. I'm not going to antagonize that guy. I already entered into a like a body improvement challenge with him,
Yeah, how's that
and
going
that's
anyways?
not looking. Man, I'm doing everything I can to keep pace with this guy. I don't know if any of you have a clue how much work he's been putting in at the gym, but I got to see him in real life a couple weeks ago, and holy shit. I can tell you that it's impressive what he's done, and I've been busting my ass to try and keep pace with it. Now, there's no secret here. I'm getting cut, but so is he. And man, it's unreal. By the time this is said and done, I don't know who's gonna take home the victory on this one. But I thought I had it wrapped up because it was gonna be easy for me. Then I found out he started doing 2-a-days, and
Mm.
now I've been increasing how I've been working out and how long I've been working out. So I'm putting on, for my stature, I'm putting on a little bit of a muscle. But man, he's
Drinking the
he's
protein
kicking ass
shake.
too. So. Woo. Nah, no need for protein, man. I eat enough.
Oh man. So Fade, how many women do you pull with that haircut of yours?
Oh my god, I've gotten so many questions about my hair, or not even questions, just like statements about them, and I don't understand. I don't think it's that special.
So you're not pulling any? I mean, come on.
Oh, you know what? I am actually going to
Uh,
go into the forums and create a poll right now while we're on air.
What kind of poll is this gonna be?
The poll. Well, here, let me click this button real quick.
Dropping polls on the Sober Show. Nice.
Yes, I need to. Well, the poll that I would like to have is who has the better hairdo, Cosmic Fade or OP Jelly?
oh my god, Jelly's hair is something else. Oh my god.
Is there anybody else I should add to this poll?
I don't know.
Somebody's got to be rocking a fro in this league. There has to be somebody with a fro.
Yeah,
Some
Jelly's
sort.
your guy.
Oh, you got to throw that shit up. It's
Have
God.
you
I
seen
don't
a
want to
picture
make.
of
I don't
Jelly?
want to make the reference because after our last conversation, I don't want to make it sound wrong. But somebody's got to have some chia pet going on. Like there has to be like that big ball of the chia pet hair. Maybe.
Uh, hmm. Ability, do you need a picture? Or... I mean, I'm not sending you a picture of me. You can find that and throw it down. That's your fault. But I got Jelly pictures.
Should I, well, I need one picture of you with some stylish hair. You can send it my way right
Oh
now.
my.
That'd
Dude,
be
you,
I don't
you,
appreciated.
you
have
gotta
Thanks.
do like the Team Wolf. You gotta do like the Team Wolf video. Stand in front of the mirror with a fucking blow dryer and just get that shit fucking flowing. That's high.
Oh.
You got to be careful what you say to my angels, man, or they're going to show up on the website wearing lingerie with a fan blowing it all over the place.
But you
That's
can't do that. He's
questionable.
too
I'm
young.
gonna have to decline that. But
That'll be just odd. Um. Wow.
I mean,
So
I'm not
how
taking a
do you go
picture on the
on from
spot.
that
I'll
point?
watch the throwdown again. I'll get a picture for you. I'll screenshot one.
What are you gonna try to make a player's
Speaking.
card for it?
No, I would
I mean,
never
I'm,
want
I'm,
a
I'm
player's
sure
card in my
I'm,
face.
I'm sure Hans ability can help you. I mean.
Oh man.
That'll be enough of that.
Ability, your Twitter is 239 Insider, right? Like I put in the video, it's like 239_Insider, right?
No, you forgot the. Yeah, well, there's an underscore in there, but it's not my Twitter account. Okay, thanks.
So are we back on the
Well, like
bandwagon that it must be Flanny?
I have thought this forever. I would like, I don't know though. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know who it is.
I
Ugh,
still
I
I
hate
still
that
think
I
it's
still
Daly
don't know
talking
who
to
it is.
himself. With somebody else doing all the
I
work
don't
in the
know.
background. He came up with the ideas. But
I don't know.
disregard my. No, I'm gonna mute my mic
why are you muting your
because I
mic?
have
You
this
gotta keep talking.
typewriter. Well, all right, fine.
Oh,
I'll
is it the
keep
old
it
school?
on, but you're good.
Ching. Oh no, that's just you on the keyboard.
Well, that was me slamming my keyboard. I'm not actually like typing.
I
All
think
right, here's.
I think Dank is the same way with his shit. He's a really loud
Hmm.
typer.
Which one was I on? How many weeks ago was that? Was that 2, 3? Hmm.
Is that your guys' show? One
I don't
of
know. It was just
one
me.
of 239's like 80 fucking shows. Wait, is Past the Bleach ever happening again? What the fuck happened there?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it's over and done with. I think Chu had a change in his hours at work, and I think that put an end to that. That's my impression. But I can't keep track of it anymore. Sometimes I hear it's coming back, and then other times I'm told no. So I'm not sure. We need to get that hashtag confirmed.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Well, guys, anything else you wanted to throw around out there? Or And he's shit talking.
I
I
got
mean, the
that.
show's been missing a lot of shit talking. Needs some shit talking.
I really don't feel comfortable spewing anything out there, just for the mere fact that I still got too many teams to face, and then there's playoffs. I'm trying to stay low key. I don't want
I could do it
anybody
for
feeling
you,
that we got a
but like
rivalry.
Do it.
I could do it for you. I don't know.
Do
I don't
it.
think
What
my
do you
team's
got?
gonna
What do
like
you,
it.
what
I
do you
don't
got,
have
Kyle?
anything. I can think of
What are
something
you gonna
quickly.
trash talk your own captain? Is that where that was going?
I already did that. We did this earlier.
Yeah, I mean, what, you gonna trash talk me or just keep flinging the puck in over my shoulder? You pick.
Uh,
It, maybe that should be like an award, like who scores the most own goals.
Oh
We'll
boy.
actually
Oh,
trash that.
why would you say that?
Well, you know who would win it every season, unless people
I
are
got
who would
I
win
got
it every
three of
season?
like the top point leaders in the league on my team, so please don't say stuff like that.
All right, Fade. Bring us out with some trash talk, bud.
I don't have any trash talk at the moment.
Oh Jesus, chicken.
You know what? I'm sorry. I don't know what
It's
to tell you.
sober. That's just really not the Angels' way of going out. The way that
Well,
we do it is we like
sometimes
to.
there's got to be a devil on the shoulder. I mean,
No,
you can be an angel,
we
but
leave
there's
that
got
to
to be a
everybody
devil.
else. We give little heart motions with our fingers, right? We blow kisses to everybody left and right. We'll even wear pink lingerie on the ice while we're skating around, beating everybody. But well, almost
Fisting.
everybody. But we try and keep it peaceful out there. That's the way that we like to roll.
Why would I
Notice
make
how
this big picture of a dick in the fucking Twitch feed?
uh,
Huh. Well, when you feel like posting a dick, you just post a dick. Shit.
well,
Come on, you're fighting it. Don't fight
no,
it. Just let it flow.
not happening.
Oh man, feels like high school again. Oh shit.
Uh, it's not happening. I'm not taking the bait. It's just not happening.
No, man. Why
That's
don't we
kind
say
of
something like this, right? To everybody else in the league and all the rest of the rookies and all the players that might be feeling a struggle on their team, man. To all you guys out there, we're all putting in time, right? We're all putting in work. We're trying our hardest. That goes for everybody. So when you are at a moment of adversity and there's an obstacle you got to overcome, find a way to overcome it. The captains deal with a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. We chirp each other all day long too. So literally, we get it at all ends. And it's tough after dealing with everything, especially for some of us who do a lot in the league and we're constantly busy. I'm at work doing the show right now. Now, my job might not be as stressful as most people's, but still, I'm taking my time at work to do it. And that's the kind of commitment that a lot of us have. So when you get caught up in a moment where, you've got something going on and you feel the need to make a change, do it in a positive way, man. Interact with your captain, approach it properly. Let's put an end to some of the stuff that's been going on. Really, a lot of uncalled for things that have been going on. This is a hockey league. It's a video game. We play it for fun. We play it to relax. We don't play it to deal with drama. So take the drama elsewhere. Go kick your cat and go set a barn on fire. Do something like that.
Whoa.
Don't do something like that. I probably shouldn't condone that kind of action, but don't do anything like that. But just vent out somewhere else. Don't take it out on your captains and your team, because we're all in this together, boys, and we're all fighting for something. So that's my piece with that. I love you all.
That was a pretty good rant right there. That's pretty good.
Do 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 do.
Well, after he says pressure, you gotta listen to it. I mean, all right, guys. Well, I'm ready to go play some drunk puck. Hopefully not Destiny, but I might wind up playing Destiny later. Um, any last words? Anything? Shout out to Eso for taking care of his wife. That'd be my shout out. I mean, shit. She's leaving at 3 a.m. I mean, come on. She's leaving, so you don't have to keep her happy before she leaves, right? She should be mad when she leaves, so she's happy to get the fuck out.
if this hair pull thing does become a thing, make sure you vote for your boy Cosmic Fade.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
already
gonna
up.
be
It's on there.
yeah. It's definitely a thing. You gotta have a picture of like a big old pick in there. Pull that shit. But it definitely has to
Oh,
be the hair dryer thing. That'd be great.
I'm like, now I'm thinking about it, and I shouldn't be thinking about it, but I am anyways.
I mean,
I'm just
wait,
trying to get
hold
back
on.
my.
Have you even seen that scene from Teen Wolf?
No, I
Yeah, because
sorry.
yeah.
this guy hasn't even watched the Star Wars movies. Come on.
Oh fuck. Well, Google
It's
Teen Wolf blow dries hair.
Wait a minute. I won a bet last season. You were supposed to
oh
watch the Star
man.
Wars movies. You still haven't watched the Star Wars movies. Oh boy. And then you shoot the puck in on me on top of everything. You don't live up to your bets and you scoring on your captain. That man,
Ooh,
that's I
ooh,
don't know.
there's some
What
fucking
am I
good
looking
shit
at?
going on in the old fucking 239 chat. God, I wish the show wasn't over. It's Dolly and
Well, what am I looking up?
Zelo going out. Kind
What am I
of
looking
crazy.
up? Teen Wolf. That's all I got. What else am I looking
Hold
up?
on. Oh shit. So I'm just going to YouTube here. Teen Wolf.
Don't G chat to me, because every time you G chat me a YouTube video, it doesn't work. Not that it doesn't work. I get to watch it. It's just my feed afterwards is just something else.
Fucking A. It's gonna take a while to find it because as soon as you put fucking blow dry in there, it's just fucking stupid.
Oh, I will put this to rest because I see the question came up with the trade I made earlier in
Mm-hmm.
regards to Jelly being a co-captain, and this is all that really needs to be known about it. Okay, 239 in 239 there is no such thing as a co-captain. No other team has a co-captain. Now, if you want to make the argument that okay, OP Jelly was a co-captain, then I am going to rebuttal that. Very simple fact that there are no set rules for said co-captain, and there are no rules pertaining to whether or not a co-captain can or can't be traded. So what happened here was Saint is the actual captain of Daly's Rejects, and I talked with Saint to make the trade because he is the captain. And that was ultimately the way it panned out, and it was legit because if you think about it seriously, no other team has a co-captain. It was kind of a made-up thing that was honored to Jelly. My understanding was to help with some of the behind-the-scenes things if Saint wasn't available or if he needed help, because obviously this team was put together after the fact. Not really, they were winging it a little bit more than the rest of us captains who had already been picked and gotten a chance to learn the ropes. So that is what it is, but it was 100% legit. There was really no argument to it whatsoever. But if anybody had any questions, that's how it goes down. So it's a done deal.
Well, there you go. Okay, so go to
Is that it?
oh,
Like,
here.
like,
Hold on. I am gonna fucking G chat it to you because that's not it. That's
shit.
this. And go to
I don't have my
just
speakers on.
just
But
just skip to the oh, wait, no, that's not gonna be it. Shit.
yeah,
Shit.
I mean, I
Anyways,
see
I'll,
some
I'll find it.
garlic.
I'll find it. I'll find it in G chat for you. This is when he's getting ready for a dance and he's wearing a white tux.
Okay,
But yeah,
I
I'll
probably
G
won't get
chat
on
when I
that,
find it.
but it's worth a mention.
It's funny as shit, but it'd be hilarious if you posted that shit. Anyways, let's get the fuck off here and let's go enjoy your time. Ability, you enjoy your time left at work. Um, you know,
Yeah. Shout out
that's
239 tonight, next Monday.
oh, next Monday. No, you guys are
Yeah,
doing that on
All
Mondays
right.
this
every
Monday.
week, right? Have you have
That's
you
or it
have you
should be this Monday.
shortened have you shortened that intro music yet?
Well, the intro music is just me and Cortez in the same call, but we're talking about the show. So it's just it's just to make sure that everything's working, everything's connected, and everyone
Yeah.
can like put
Because
questions there.
the
And
first
instead
time
of
I listened to it, it was like 25 minutes before the show actually started.
yeah, I don't know. Well, we thought it'd be a good idea if when it was live, but when you listen to the recording, it's kind of a hassle. So,
Yeah, gotcha.
but yeah, we're just talking about the show. We're trying to get our settings together, I guess, in the Discord call. So that's why
Gotcha.
it's there for all who is concerned about it. But hey,
All right. Well, thanks guys for coming on. It's good times, good times. Billy, are you glad you got to pump your team for a while?
Yeah, man, it was good to come on here. I mean, more so than anything, I'm just happy that Esso, the guy who doesn't show up to his own show after he invited me to be on the Sober Elitist because I love what you guys are doing. I've been an avid listener since you started it up. It's great getting to hear the opinions of others. So, man, I keep doing what you're doing. You guys are killing it. And just mad love to my 239 community. I can't express enough love. I give you all hugs. If I could hire Adriana Lima to come out and give everyone in our league a big hug, I would do it for you guys. I want you to know that.
You got to make that happen.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I am taking off, and I will talk to everybody next week.